Welcome to the Explainer. Right now, as we're speaking, millions of adults are experiencing these really subtle physiological signals, and they're completely unaware that their body's internal chemistry is shifting. We're talking about elevated blood sugar. And it's not just some medical buzzword saved for your yearly doctor's visit, it's a silent shift that can literally alter your daily energy, your mood, and for sure, your long-term health.
So let's dive into this silent epidemic. Did you know that millions of people are walking around every single day with high blood sugar and they have absolutely zero idea? It's wild. But understanding these early warning signs empowers you to actually take action before it escalates into something bigger. Because as you'll see, knowledge truly is your first line of defense here.
The real danger here is how sneaky this is. These indicators blend so seamlessly into your normal, everyday routine. You might just brush it off, thinking, oh, I'm just having a super stressful week at work, or I probably just drank too much coffee. But catching these subtle, silent changes early, that is absolutely vital to getting your health back on track.
Okay, to make sense of these 8 signs, we're going to group them by how they actually disrupt your body systems. First, the hidden warning signs. Next, fluid imbalances, followed by energy deficits, sensory and immune issues, and finally, knowing your numbers.
All right, Section 1, fluid imbalances. Let's look at how high blood sugar impacts your thirst, urination, and your vision. So sign number 1 is an unquenchable thirst. And we aren't just talking about, needing a tall glass of water after a tough workout. This is a relentless, desert-dry feeling in your mouth, no matter how many bottles of water you chug. It really stands out as one of the very earliest warning signs that your body's chemistry is desperately trying to dilute all that excess sugar,
Which naturally flows, pun intended, into the next warning sign, frequent urination. Now obviously you're drinking more, but primarily because of what's happening internally, you're making constant trips to the bathroom. If you find yourself suddenly waking up 3, maybe 4 times a night, your body's urgently trying to flush out a problem.
Think of the excess glucose in your bloodstream like a giant dry sponge. It's actively pulling fluids directly from your surrounding tissues. And that massive fluid displacement, it forces your kidneys into absolute overdrive. They are working exhaustingly hard to filter and remove that extra glucose. It's just a relentless physiological chain reaction.
Now, because of this crazy fluid pull, we're actually bringing sign number 5 into this category, and that's blurred vision. High blood sugar actually alters the delicate fluid levels inside the lenses of your eyes, which causes them to swell up. This leads to temporary blurriness or a really hard time focusing. Remember, you should never, ever ignore sudden changes in your eyesight.
Okay, moving on to Section 2, energy deficits. We're going to look at the connection between hunger and fatigue.
Sign number 3 is constant gnawing hunger. And again, this isn't just having a healthy appetite. This is a persistent feeling of being completely famished, even if you literally just pushed back from the table after eating a massive heavy meal.
So what's the deal here? Well, the mechanics behind that endless hunger come down to something called glucose efficiency. Basically, when your body loses the ability to effectively unlock and use glucose, that sugar just stays trapped in your bloodstream. Your cells are literally starved for energy. And because your cells are empty, they actually trick your brain into thinking you're starving, which commands you to eat more. And that exact cellular starvation triggers sign number 4, profound, persistent fatigue. It's kind of like being locked out of a gas station. You have plenty of fuel floating around in your blood, but your cells are locked out of using it. If a standard mid-afternoon crash turns into this all-day, totally unexplainable exhaustion, this locked-out mechanism could very well be the culprit.
Next up, Section 3, sensory and immune issues, healing, nerves, and infections.
A major red flag in this category is slow-healing cuts, scrapes, and bruises. Chronically elevated blood sugar essentially makes your blood thicker, honestly, more syrupy, which severely impairs your circulation. Your white blood cells simply can't travel where they need to go, meaning your body just can't repair itself efficiently. Proper wound care becomes absolutely essential here. You also definitely need to watch out for sign number 7, which is changes in your nervous system. This often manifests as tingling, numbness, or that really annoying pins and needles sensation, usually in your hands and feet. Doctors call this neuropathy. It happens when high glucose levels literally irritate and damage your nerve endings over a long period of time.
Wrapping up the physical symptoms is sign number 8, frequent recurring infections. We're talking skin issues, gum disease, or urinary tract infections. And the reason for this is fascinating. Bacteria and yeast absolutely thrive in high-sugar environments. When your blood runs sweet, you are unwittingly providing an all-you-can-eat buffet for infections, all while simultaneously weakening your immune defenses.
Finally, Section 4. Knowing your health numbers. The silent reality.
But here is the ultimate twist in all of this. You might experience absolutely no symptoms at all. Zero. It is incredibly important to understand that some individuals walking around with dangerously high blood sugar will feel completely 100% fine. The danger can be entirely invisible, so relying strictly on how you feel, it just isn't a bulletproof strategy.
So let's just do a really quick recap of the 8 warning signs we discussed today. We've got increased thirst, frequent urination, constant hunger, persistent fatigue, blurred vision, slow healing wounds, tingling or numbness, and frequent infections. If several of these are ringing true for you right now, it's a pattern you really cannot ignore.
Because these symptoms overlap with so many other everyday things, guessing just isn't the answer. Knowing your numbers is. Getting regular health checkups and a simple blood sugar test are quite literally the absolute best ways to see exactly what is going on inside your body. It takes the guesswork completely out of the equation.
Now, please remember that this explainer, which is sourced from the Health and Wellness Insights of Vitalvora, is purely educational. It should absolutely not be considered medical advice. Always, always speak with a qualified healthcare professional regarding any personal health concerns you might have or before making any major lifestyle changes.
So as you sit there and maybe evaluate your own daily habits, your sudden cravings or those weird afternoon energy crashes, I want to leave you with one absolutely critical question. Have you ever actually checked your blood sugar level? It's a simple 5-minute step that could illuminate all those invisible shifts happening inside your body right now. Think about it. Thanks so much for joining me on The Explainer.